Hello and welcome to Square Ghosts Halloween build for 2025, and here it is Lego set 10273, The Haunted House, and it is an 18 plus set with 3,231 pieces, and as you can see I'm struggling to get this in the frame. Firstly, let me wish everybody a happy Halloween, and I hope you have a great day, an even better night, and enjoy yourselves. Don't get into any trouble and just have a great time, okay? I've always liked Halloween, it's always been a fun time, and I thought this set was very, very appropriate. After last year's build, I wanted to do again something a bit different. If you remember, we built Michael Myers' house, as in the Halloween films, and I thought that was nice and different. I'll put a link in the description if anybody wants to check that out. So again, it wasn't a Lego set, it was by another company. I can't tell you who it was right now off the top of my head, but this year I wanted to do that, that bit more, and this set certainly was that bit more. Just looking at it from the start, absolutely stunning and amazing. This is only the build view, remember. Let's get right into it nice and quickly. I can move a little bit closer now, everything's falling behind me. So you can see, I hope, in shot we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 minifigs there. We've got another one of these guys here in the house when I open up. We've got another 2 minifig people in the lift waiting to go up. So in all we've got 9 minifigs plus a skeleton that's tied up in the building, and they were really nice. I thought the minifigs looked really, really good. If I get in that bit closer, just nice and quickly, just to say, I think they look really good. I thought the wheelchair was a nice touch. As you can see, I think you can just about see he's holding the ticket to get in. We started the build from the bottom, as you usually do. We built sections, so each section of the house, and there's 4, was a separate own base plate. We built up, joined the base plates together, and then away you go. You build up. So what I'm going to do now, before I do anything else, like I say, it's really hard to get into frame, and you can see I'm really struggling to get that all in. That's the back. So like I say, we built up each individual plate, as I was saying. The actual engineering basically come a little bit later on in the build, but we built up, we put the roofs on, we built the floors up. I'll open the set up in a minute. Right to the top, look at that, beautiful. And then we had the chain, which, if I remember rightly, just off the top of my head, was 149 links, plus the 2 big joiner pieces. If you're asking me what a joiner piece is, there it is. The white one is a joiner piece. So without further ado, I'm going to open the set now, and you can take a look inside. Again, I'm struggling to get this in the frame because I wanted the longest shot I could possibly get, just so as I could remember it by after I'd built it. The actual, like I said, we built up plate by plate. You can see, if I come closer now, the little connectors here. There's one on the other side as well. And it looked, once it's together, you can see the organ was an absolute joy to work on. Lovely little build that was. As you can see, we've got shovel, we've got pick, We've got the nice evil obelisk. We'll come back to the lift in a minute. We've got the guy in the ticket waiting to buy tickets with his cash register. He's got his pile of tickets, as you can see. Absolutely. We've got evil things here and there. We've got the Sphinx head there, which is awesome. And I have lost. Ah, there they are. Shows you don't know where you're looking. Just in the gloom there is the heads of Anubis, which I thought was another nice touch. You can see, I know it's a big glum, but it's there anyway nevertheless. The Sphinx head was nice. We had like a, whatever that was, irradiator or whatever machine, other bits and pieces. And like I say, there's our skeleton I was telling you about, chained up upside down. We've got the altar, lights, the door, absolutely mega. If you go back into the other videos, you can see each part as I build it, take it up, and it looks really, really good. Another one worthy is the picture. The light brick, even though it works, doesn't show up very well, so I'm not even going to go there, but it's a nice addition. It looks okay, and I do actually like the actual picture itself. I think it looks good at the Baron. The actual tower itself was a nice build. You can see as I'm going up nice and slowly, there was many levels. Some people would say it was repetitious. I thought it was just therapeutic. We've got the doors that will hopefully open when we get to the top with the thing, and then the nice roof, of course, with the lovely badge emblem, which I am going to show you now if it zooms in. Yes, it's okay. Sorry for the shaky cam, can't help that. Problems. The only real problem I had, can you see that stud there? Of course you can, the pin. It's supposed to hold the roof on. That was the only pin that I couldn't push through to where it had got to go. Hence, when you look at the roof, it doesn't marry up somewhere quite correctly when it shuts. But nothing to shout about, nothing really out of place, but it was just one thing that I just couldn't get to move. There was no missing parts for this set whatsoever, none. Once the tower was built, like I say, we did the chain at the back, which I think I've showed you there, and then finally we built the little cart, or the car, whichever you want to call it. It's got another two of our minifigs in as you look, and it says there Manor von Baron. The car and the actual box itself are separate builds. We built with the wheels on. Again, if you look back in the videos, you'll see part 18, I think it is the final part of the build. You'll actually see the build of, or parts of the build, with the wheels on and things like that, how we finally put these ends on. Word of, not warning, but note is, when actually putting these side pieces on, they just click on with the little claws, but it's really tight there. You've really got to sort of slope them, angle them in to push to get them on. Fair enough, got that one. That one was a lot harder. Eventually I managed to do it, it clicked on and it was done, but you have to have patience, that much is for sure. Would I recommend this set? Yes, I would. I mean, I don't know if it's retired now, if it's still available. I know it was well over £200 when I bought it, but I've loved every single minute of it. It's been a great Halloween build. You know, it fits the brief completely in my opinion. You know, you got ghosts and haunted houses and it's Halloween. So I do give my thumbs up for this build totally. Is there a clown set of this? I don't know. Do I enforce clowns? No, I don't. Do I take them? Definitely I do, because nobody can afford 100 really Lego sets, excuse my French, for this amount of money. It doesn't work, especially when you can buy maybe 5 or even 10 clown sets for the price of one big Lego set. Especially if the quality is good I think, you know, we'll have to wait and see, but like, you know, we've got quite a few clone sets to come. We've got proper sets to come in the future. So like I say, we just wait and see and how things go. So like I say, it's been a wonderful build, and I give my full blessing. Not a lot more really to say, and we'll just stop there. So here we go. I've got my wife Jill here. She's being camera lady for the next couple of seconds. We're going to attempt to take the lift with our haunted guests up. We don't know if this is going to go left, right or centre, but here we go. I'm starting to crank now. Is anything moving?
Yeah, it's coming up. It's past the first window. Second window, it's at the top, and the doors have opened.
The doors have opened.
Oops.
Right. Just before I push any other buttons, while Jill's just holding this at that particular spot, the chain isn't tight enough. Now, I put it at the number of links that it said it was. I've had to manually do it with my finger to get it up. Now, in theory, I push this button down the bottom and it should drop like a stone. Whether this breaks at the bottom, I've got no idea. So it might be a good idea just turning the camera. They don't really like that because it's...
Oh, okay.
So I would turn it back.
Oh, God.
And I would even if you just miss it and it smashes it, you can always stand back and try and get it in if you like, dear. So here we go. And I'm there at the bottom. So it worked. So I'm pleased with that. So thank you very much, Jill. You can push the stop button. Right, we're trying this long ways, so let's see if this works. Here we go. Oh, but the chain's not tight enough, but at least it works, so you can stop it there. So can I just say, anybody who's watched this little video, thanks very much for watching. Really appreciate that, as I normally say towards the end of the video. If you have liked it and like this series of videos for Halloween, please click that like button, hit that thumbs up for me. Don't be frightened to drop a few comments in the box, always appreciated. And if you want to see what comes next on Square Ghost, which will be tomorrow, November the 1st, I still haven't made my mind up yet. Ooh, that's scary, isn't it? All you have to do is click on that subscribe button. Again, all I'm going to say is thank you once again for watching. Anybody who takes the time to comment, to watch, I am really appreciated. And I'm going to leave you there, and I'll say once again, happy Halloween, guys. I hope you have a good one. Stay safe out there. This is Kev. You know the score, you know the drill. My name's Kev. I am Square Ghost, and I'll see you all on the flip side.